Okay, let me just make sure that my levels are correct and I'm live everywhere where I need to be live. Welcome everybody to the Overthinking Football Show. Okay. Referee is saying that he can't hear what's happening with his assistants, so he can't start it just yet. Or he's going to go ahead with it. Let's see. Anyway, my name is Joseph and I'm your host, and this is the Overthinking Football Show. It is a watch-along, a special watch-along of Mamelodi Sundowns versus Golden Arrows, a team that has not been able to beat Mamelodi Sundowns in the last 13 times, 13 tries. In the last 5 games, Sundowns has won 3 and there have been 2 draws. Last game out was a 5-0 win on the 19th of October 2024. And then, of course, there was a 0-0 draw on the 8th of May 2024. There was a home game for Golden Arrows. In the last 5 games, Golden Arrows has had a loss, 2 draws, and 2 wins. Lost 2 draws and a loss, a win, and 3 draws. Last game out being a 2-1 win versus Chippa United. Then, of course, Mamelodi Sundowns comes from beating Sibanye Golden Stars 5-2 in the Nedbank Cup. Before that, in the league, they won 2-1 versus Imakesi. The starting lineups are as follows: you have Williams in goal, Mokwena khoza, Ribeiro, Alenda, Korisang, Mkhulise, Mudiba, and Reyners make up the starting lineup of Mamelodi Sundowns. Then, of course, Golden Arrows have Watenga, Shitolo, Theron, Phillips, Dube, Van Roy, Mantignane, Ndwandwe, Sibia, and the other Pele there. How are you finding them? Guys, I wasn't in yesterday. I was actually in the stadium for the derby. I went down to FNB. So for everybody that says my name, we always see you here. Do you even go down? I went down to the stadium this time around, but I am back for this game. 1 minute in, it is looking like Golden Arrows doesn't fear. Sibia. Yeah. First shot on target from Golden Arrows. Sibia breaking 2 defenders and hitting it directly into the path of Ronan Williams. It was taken by surprise, but he was able to parry the ball away from goal for it to be cleared. I'm sure it did not wear. I had to wear a specific shirt. You'll see in the videos, I had to wear a specific shirt, which allowed me to do certain things. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. Coaches for the both teams, Miguel Caruso and Steve Compella, make up the tandem on that side. Head coach being Miguel Caruso. And then, of course, on the Golden Arrow side, you have Musa Bilankulu and Kagisho Digashwe. Yeah? I guess that's how they used to call him in the EPL. Kagisho Digashwe is the other coach, having taken over from Uma Butikanyeza. Sundowns there, trying to break the offside trap. Let's see. It didn't work out for them there. It's so interesting to see this Mamelodi Sundowns team. Williams, Mokwena, Kekanam, Tunielo, khoza. Sort of makes sense. Ribeiro, Alenda, Korisang, Mkhulise, Mudiba, Reyners. Oh, I don't know what to expect here and how they're going to play. Mamelodi Sundowns, of course, has been a surprise package of sorts in the league so far under Caruso. They played different systems. They tried different players. They rotate a lot. Even under coach Mangoba, it seems like this is going to be a day for them to really get together and try and figure out who the players are that are good and bad. Martinez is back, guys. Matias Esquivel, Martinez is sitting on the bench for Mamelodi Sundowns, recalled from Argentina. So he must be happy to be getting a shot after, I believe it's Saavedra who was set free, who was released by Mamelodi Sundowns, and they wanted to free up a spot for their new signing. I just want to get his name on loan. Let me just get his name. Or in the comments, guys, Masana, want to help me out with the name of your new signing from that side. Hey, Lababota, man. Lababota. Suarez. Is it Lucas Suarez? Suarez. So let's see what's going to happen in this game. Man, are they showing us the other side of Atteridgeville? They put the camera on the other stand. Yeah, it looks like that's what Sundowns is going to try and do. A very wide game. Oh, keeper. Hey, Watenga. How are you guys feeling about this game?
The game has changed today. There's betting, there's all these people are emotional.
People are emotional. What are your emotions telling you guys about how this game is going to end up? Please let me know. Straight win, Mamelodi Sundowns. Are we looking for 4-0, 5-0? Are you down to make those type of predictions similar to what you did with Sibanye? But we are 5 minutes in. It has been a quiet game so far. Sibia came very close to maybe giving Arrows the lead. But since then, it seems that Mamelodi Sundowns has kept a lot of the ball here. They are looking for that ball in behind for Reinas, which I am not against. I like that they're doing that. Rather play very simply than to try and do higher grade things with those players. Just pop the ball over the top and let him run at this defense. Ah. One nil will be fine. Mara PK, how will be fine? How will be fine? Ore. Sundowns. Oh, Basanda. It doesn't show you the score that you put down for Sundowns. It's just an empty space there. Man, because I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm tired. Hey, FNP Berikisana, man. I'm tired. But why did you have to put it like that, ASAP? Why did you have to put it like that? I don't understand.
But why don't you ask positive questions? Something nice. Okay.
Yeah, man. We need to save goals for Pirates says PK. Sundowns 2-0 says Basanda. Ah, guys. Save goals for Pirates for Ing, man. Yay. Manje mangis kuluma ngesuthu sami. Oh, just over by Ribeiro. Mangis kuluma ngesuthu sami is going to sound different, man. No, but my Mphefumulo is fine. ASAP, my Mphefumulo is fine. 1-0 is not a bad loss. There goes Ribeiro. Puts it over the post there. Ribeiro and Allende combining there. Guys, Ranga almost got something like that. Anyway, no, let me not speak about Chiefs. Hey, Malume Kutso, o batla go nkenya kae man? Which Pirates winger? Hey, you guys are the worst in the comments. Chiefs did well, not clinical. Sundowns got rid of the Deadwood, says Temba. Well, let's see. Deadwood, I hear you, but then I'm asking, do we know what the player Sundowns is going to be? Tembe. Evan. In my comments. Okay, no, still on this game. I was saying that I'm not sure. Fine, you moved the Deadwood. And the coach did say that he'd love to have a 22-man squad. We'd love to have a 22-man squad. But the issue for me is that do we know directly how they want to approach and play the game? By the way, apparently Lodge has signed Ngale on loan. Apparently Lodge is a Wydad Casablanca player. He goes to rejoin Rulani that side.
That's the Nyoso I don't want another Nyoso. I didn't bring the other Nyoso. I brought the Nyoso that I need. Because that's not the Nyoso that I want. The Nyoso I want is got pressure, stress, he's dodgy, he's dribbling, he's shot, he's assist, he's breaking the line. This is the Nyoso I need. Now when I don't get the Nyoso, then one Talukhanya will get
choked. Maybe they're going to come and Talukhanya him from Morocco. It will be a Talukhanying space for Uloj in Morocco. Apparently he's going that side for that. So yeah, let's see what Mamelodi Sundowns can do. Not that Loch was an important player, it was just news, man. Sundowns is just waiting to sign Loch's son. Hey, that kid. Hey, that kid. Hey, okay. Loch was a Paris spy. Sorry, coming from me, you've missed a good comment, but I admire Rulani's loyalty. He sent a message to future players. Look, he likes them. He likes them. He's loyal to them, and maybe that's why they like him. That that family thing. No, we're a family, and all of that stuff. They know my kids, my wife, all of that stuff. But anyway, back to the game at hand. It has been close-ish. But Arrows has gone past the time. Look, the way I always look at these teams when they play against Mamelodi Sundowns or quote-unquote bigger teams, they try and critical phase these teams. So they try and score in the first 10 minutes. You could see that Arrows was a lot more positive just a couple of minutes ago, but now they might be... Change side! Winding at 10. Oh, pass. Oh, what is that?
Bafana, man. Wow.
Hi, guys. Second time now. Second time Sibia has taken on the left-hand side and made something happen. First one was a shot parried by Ronald Williams, and then now there was a ball played in. And I'm not sure who the striker is. I think Undo Andre. Couldn't get the ball there, but here comes man. Reina, the man. But it's going to be offside, ne? Oh, trapa trupa, the Reina, the man. Oh, it would have been. Oh, what a ball. That would have been a perfect ball. You should have just let it run. Should have just let it run. Yo, way. Reina, the man. Maybe he doesn't understand the Portuguese word for skip the ball. Let me see. Let's try find out what skip the ball is in Portuguese so we can help Reinas. Oh, keep the L. No, it was Tele who was the one. English to Portuguese.
Pule a bola.
Bati, o Ribeiro, begatelo Reinas.
Pule a bola.
Ludwig.
Pule a bola.
Pule a bolo. Pule a bolo. Reinas didn't understand, trapped the ball in his offside, whereas Korisa was making a very nice run. Golden Arrows have gotten themselves a corner. Khoza should rest this game. My man is on Arrows, says, doggies. Doggies! You think that Mamelodi Sundowns' second loss in the league is going to come versus Arrows? Yo, what does that do? If they lose to Arrows, what does that do to Caruso? We stand with Golden Arrows in these difficult times. Oh, GNU. Oh, the GNU was busy at FNB Stadium yesterday. Yeah, FNB Stadium yesterday, the GNU was busy. And then today, is the GNU together for this game? Representatives of GNU, please make yourselves known. Those who are Chiefs and Pirates fans, who are joining together with Golden Arrows to say that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. We need to go to court overturn yesterday's penalty because we lost that game. How? But our prayers are with Golden Arrows. Yes, GNU president, GNU, aka Dipere. Hey, Dipere! The Trojan Perez. Arrows are with you. I'll always support the underdog, says Tapel. Hey, 13 minutes in. Let's see if the GNU's influence is going to try help. Let's see. Papa Jose says we are trying to heal. Oh, we are trying to heal by rooting against Mamelodi Sundowns here. Look, whenever I think of Mamelodi Sundowns and Arrows at Ridgeville, I think of that 4-0 when Coach Musmuzi Vilakazi and Coach Kenyeza were still coaching Golden Arrows together. In his own words, Coach Musmuzi Vilakazi said, hey, they showed us things that day that we couldn't fathom. Or even the way that they warmed up was different. So that's the game I think of. Final score, Sundowns 0, Arrows 1, says NDT. Most Def Golden Arrows is my Briggs vandaag. Oh, Briggs. Ah, genuine. Nog lang Briggs. Imagine Chiefs approaching the court on an urgent basis. Ah, okay. KG. Ah, man, it was great seeing you too, man. It was great seeing you too, my guy. Sundowns, we win today. No questions. A secret agent. Okay, here we go. Like Sundowns, I think they need to decide. Are you a counter-attacking team? Are you a wing-playing team? Are you a building through the center team? And I know teams go through phases where you change some of what you play, depending on what you're seeing, depending on your tactics and all of that stuff. Mara, I don't know what the one play is or the main thing is, you know? Ufohloza uhambe nge-answer book, nge-memo. Zamenzi says Sundowns to win. Tapela says it was nice seeing you sing with the... Allegedly. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. That was somebody else. Arrows, please save the league, says Black Viper. Hi, Black Viper. Tlogelang Arrows. Listen, Sundowns by Dal Rebone, man. Now. Saving. Tlogelang who save a league, man. But we can't play Central La OT with a low block. Is it a low block, Shembe? Look. Watch, you won the check. Okay, so if you win the ball back here, Arrows has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5 players in attack. The problem is that you guys are too slow when coming back out. Give it to Sbia. He's on form. Give it to Sbia. Reina, just get ready to run. Nothing more, nothing less. Mudiba. You see, when I say that left back Mudiba is a defensive liability, people say that I'm crazy. Left back Mudiba. Not inverting left back Mudiba. Left back Mudiba is an issue. People say that it's a mid-block. Arrows players need to do mind games, start swearing at Sundowns players. The slow build-ups are counterproductive. They allow teams to settle. That's what I'm saying, that it's not Arrows playing in a low block or mid-block. It's Sundowns holding the ball until these guys can get back into a low block and mid-block position. Arrows has been a little bit brave going forward. Now, but they don't have a plan proper. I would have loved to see Sibia on the ball a lot more, seeing as he's causing them a lot of trouble. Hey, Ribeiro covering, he was covering Allende there. South American connection. Look, are they going to look for the long ball? Oh, Gulis, hey. Hey, young Pitso man, the eternal youngster. At least they didn't let him go, man, Shem. They kept him. The Sundowns team is going for vibes to the... Maybe they'll have it. Look, guys, it's a long time up until the Club World Cup. What? It's Feb, March, April, May. Starts in June. It's a good 5 months for Sundowns to get their act together. You know? The Sundowns have pacey players besides Mudau and Morena. What do you call Reina's Shembe? What do you call Reina's Shembe? If not pure pace. That's the only man you... The guys, when Sundowns were scoring all the goals they were scoring earlier on, you just let Reina's go. When Reina was scoring 6 goals in the league, you just let him go. Yeah. Matthews is there. Matthews is also a pacey player. No, I don't know. Shembe. Can they use Mudiba next week? I want to sing Kwata Shining. Kwata was pocketed by TT. Kota's not the one you have to worry about. It's that Mfukeng boy, man. One mistake, one robala. So the news about Blesser leaving were fake. I don't know. I know that they were trying to get rid of them. I think Sundowns almost sort of went through that thing where when you want people to buy your players, they don't come and buy them. Like when you offer them up, they don't come and buy them. When you need them and they're not on offer, that's when. So the moment you transfer list them, they go, is he really that good? Time Traveler says, how are teams losing to Sundowns, Mara? They look slow and interesting to watch. Can I argue, Time Traveler? For me, those are the scarier teams. Those teams scare me. The teams that you don't see coming. Tigi Tigi, you're playing confidently, you're playing the ball up, you're doing all that stuff, and then all of a sudden, it's 2-1, you've lost. And you're like, hi man, how did this happen? Okay, 20 minutes in, there goes that run that Mudiba has been trying to make. I guess Mudiba is the wing back here, which is also interesting because Umudiba doesn't necessarily play wing back. He's normally inverting into the pitch, then running outside. And even when he used to run outside, it wouldn't be all the way up because Zwane would tuck in. So essentially, last season, Sundowns didn't have a left wing. They didn't play left wing play, unless Abo Masego were there, and they were not there for long. But I didn't play much of that with Uzwane on the pitch. So it's also interesting to see Umudiba pushing up into that space, honestly speaking. Goal. Oh. Side netting, young Pitso. But why do you have to kick the ball away? Now the ball boy has more work. But offside. Let's see. Yeah, Reyners was offside. DJ Nats, how are you, man? Velile says Kachi looks like Umlungisi Ngubane now. Velile. Arrows for Winkibe Rishka 1700. Wisba. How will Rishka 1700? 1007. Kopa. Autonate something, man, guys. Autonate something. Our faith is with Coach Bilankulu. Bilankulu, the same guy who defeated Chiefs. But a Black Viper, why do you have to say such things? Why do you have to say such things? Okay, minga Santa go kupa. Man. We don't need to know that those facts, not all the facts. Okay, you see, now it's more of a mid block. Now we're looking at a mid-low block. Do you feel as though teams look at this Mamelodi Sundowns differently? Because even in the Makesi game, was it Makesi? Makesi also started pushing a little bit. Do you think teams fear Mamelodi Sundowns, and how does that work for Sundowns? Goal. Offside, footy. Reyners. But I like that at least Reyners is getting in behind because this high line is very, very, very risky. No, that's not off. Slightly off. Not really. Hey, Pella, this is the same Arrows that lost 7-0 to Pirates. Pilankulu cooked Chef Nebi. Arsenal Man City OT. Will you be there? Yeah, I wish I could be there, man. I wish I could be there. I'm gonna see if I can't watch it. We'll see. Offside is offside. It's better when they don't fear us because they open up for us more. Interesting take, Shembe, as we look at possession, 66% possession to Mamelodi Sundowns. Interesting take. But are you able to take advantage of the opening up? You know, I'm seeing Williams being drawn into saves that he never had to make before. You're watching people get uncomfortable at times. Can you take advantage of that? And like I said, or did the memo leave with Coach Khoza, who was allegedly in charge of the attack of Mamelodi Sundowns when it was so dangerous, carry box entries and all of those fancy terms that they were using to describe this team? Mudiba. Caroso isn't performing well and winning. So what happens when he finds his rhythm? Nizokala. I don't think you need to perform well, as long as you just keep winning. And Sundowns has lost 5 games this season, similar to Pirates' 3. So I don't think up to this point he's doing badly, as long as you can get the results. I think people forget at times how ugly Sundowns had to play last season when they got some of those results. So as long as the results keep coming in, and I guess as long as there's progress, then you can go from there. That's why maybe in the next 5 months, we might see a different Mamelodi Sundowns going into that Club World Cup, you know. The test for, Khoza's been shaky these days, man. Khoza's been shaky these days. There's no support. There's no support. There's no support. Like you said, give Rainers 5 opportunities. That's all. That's all. It's not rocket science. Guys, why do we make football seem like it's rocket science? This thing is not rocket science. And maybe it's because we look at the results and the scores at the end of the day. Guys, Reina scores 1 for every 4 chances that he gets. Unless it's like RMR, where they were going wide and crossing in. "27 minutes in, corner, far post. Oh, well, trap, boy." This is where the counter is. Don't be so blatant with it. I see Colin out trying the dark arts. But on the dark arts, you don't just pull a guy 9-9 like that. Here's your pace, Shembe. So much pace, but hey, what's all? But hey, what's all? Undwande was like, you're not doing that to me. He didn't even look back at the ref. Willemsen. Give Willemsen. Willemsen. Caroso is here to see South Africa not to work. Khoza must fall OT man places Black Viper. Caroso doesn't have rhythm. We saw him last season with Esperance. An Esperance team that he barely... How many months did he spend with Esperance? He signed for Esperance in January last year. Yesterday's Chiefs can beat the Sundowns. Hey, tapelo. I don't know, eh? I don't know, eh? 6 months, ne? 6 months with Esperance. He didn't spend long with Esperance. Oh, cross back to who? Oh, Sundowns. Look at the mess in the box. Felt like I was watching Chiefs there for a little bit. Me, I love the delusion from Chiefs fans. The problem when Chiefs play Sundowns is that that's a game where Sundowns feels like they can do fancy stuff. And they try and catch us out with all these different things. Ungathi Hong Kong. Ithi bamdonsela Tabuga. It was that much. Futhi, there's another picture of him getting, why need Tonsumodi? Yeah, Velil. Why need Tonsumodi to the point where it's a It's not the first time. That was a foul. Chiefs won't even, Yeah. Agirikene. We lost yesterday. I don't want to speak too much about yesterday and my team. Retababona later. Guys, this ref gives me Jerome Damon light, man. Off-brand Jerome Damon. Jowen Ribeiro. No, but guys, I don't mean this. Please don't take it the wrong way. It doesn't feel like Sundowns have direction up front. So that's why it seems like I'm watching Boshabalala in terms of the fact that like you get to the box, you do all the stuff, but it doesn't seem like there's a director there. And I feel as though this thing of taking Ribeiro and making him sort of an 8 is going to harm him. Pairing him with Allende. Yes, it's Golden Arrows, a quote-unquote weaker side. Marawa. Look. Ow. Be physical on khoza. Yeah. I guess that's the weakness here, khoza. Come on, Sibia, man. You've given them a tough time already. Hey, Tapelo. He can only do it if Libusa's playing. If Chiefs played every game like yesterday, it'd definitely be number 3 in the league. Let's be honest, Chiefs are class. But hey, guys, this is not a Chiefs day. This is not a Chiefs day. Ribeiro was supposed to be just. Let's talk about. Yeah, this is not a Chiefs day. The league is about Sundowns and Pirates. Arrows must block this game for us today. Hey, OT, but yesterday played well. There's no direction at all, says Ufandenom. Right, Fandenom. And I'm glad it's a Sundowns person. So that I'm not crazy, but it doesn't seem like there's direction. I'm going to say this at the end of the game in my review, and then people will be like, oh, you hate Sundowns. Sundowns is recently relying on their quality, no tactics, says Tapelo. We're trying to find ways to score because most teams park the bus, says good is nice. Mara, this season they haven't tried that hard to park the bus against you guys. I just feel like you don't know where to go with the ball. And what I mean by that is, again, we knew what RMR was doing. Peak RMR when it was Matthews on the one side, Reynolds on the other side, Ribeiro in the 10. On the counter, your job is to put these two through. That's your job. We will keep doing that over and over and over again. The game that I was referencing, when I say Reynolds leads 5, I'm forgetting what game it was, but then there was literally 5 chances that were played just over the top of the defense, where Reynolds messed them up. I think he scored 1 in that game. There's not even a sense of urgency to score, says Ufandenom. I don't mind that one too much because, you know, in the PSL, especially for Sundowns, I think there's a good 70% of games. 80, let's say 80, let's see. Yeah, there's a good 80% of games that you're going to win simply by not being rash, simply by not trying too hard to do stuff. So Arrows is going to be good and they'll play and they'll do all of that stuff for 80 minutes. And then the last 10 minutes, Sundowns will score 2 goals, or there'll be a random Sundowns goal and another 2-0. Composure has always been Mamelodi Sundowns' biggest weapon, because a lot of PSL teams don't have composure. Honestly speaking, in the PSL, they don't have composure. So if you can just wait them out, you'll win most of your games. So I don't need them to rush. But what's killing me about this Sundowns team is that they don't have you don't see the strategy. You don't see where they're moving people or why they're moving people or how they're going to score. You get what I mean? And it was one thing when they were scoring a lot over and over and over again. But yeah, this feels like how Pirates used to play. Possession, all of that stuff. Wait until the last few minutes in order to just cash the team out when they're tired or when they start attacking you. But yeah, I don't know. It has been a lot of natural ability that has won them games. You'll see that Shalili will come in the second half and score. Yo, Karos, tap the screen, people. Yeah, guys, please tap the screen. And also, Kubari gift, guys. Kubari gift. Yeah, you guys don't understand that day. Oh, Shalili. He's already changed it. Yeah, he's seeing that something's wrong. Yeah. Shasha's coming on already. Hey, that day I did train, man. Hey, it changed a lot, man. It changed a lot. That day, Shem. So please, guys, Kubari gift, man. Thank you to Siabong Abukhlemasa. Thank you to Papa Khosi, man. Marakupali sending. Also tap the screen, guys. That one is free. And it helps with the ranking of this. Remember, it's a very interactive show. So at halftime, I'm going to let people in, 5 people in, and we're going to have a discussion about what we're seeing over here. Who's coming off? I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything, man. I don't want to say anything. It's fine. Let me leave him alone. 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 Okay, so now there's a chance there. Can they come back with another one? Okay, wait. The truth is, Sundowns won't need 90 minutes. They just need one chance. Hey, let's not trapper. No, boy. Korisang. That's another one. Is Korisang now a striker? Truth is, Sundowns will need Shitolo. Must do Sundowns what he did to Chiefs. This is not good football. I'll be 100% honest, Mr. Oti says Ubutlali. Kulise off, man. Yo. The trains are the reason. Which trains? There was no trains. Sundowns is no longer good, but they're first. What does that say about the rest of the league? Oh, no. That's why I said you don't need to be good. You just need to be composed. What I say about Pirates is, for example, is that you'll get chances. Pirates will give you chances, but it's up to you to go and finish those chances. And most of the league cannot finish those chances. Right? So with Sundowns, I think whenever we speak about Sundowns and people are mentioning some sort of drop-off or struggle or something like that, I think it's more from the point of view of where Sundowns came from to where they are. It's more to do with their standard than of the standard of the league, because our league, frankly, is not very strong. Our league, frankly, is not very strong. I mean, if you look at the stats, I just want to show you something. You know how everybody says Kaizer Chiefs has conceded as many goals as they've scored. Well, actually, yeah, it is 17-17 now, right? So they're on 0 goal difference. Let me count for you the teams that have positive goal difference. Polokwane City has a +4. Khune has a +4. Stellenbosch has a +8. And then TS Galaxy has a +2. And Golden Arrows is a +1. Chiefs is a 0. Cape Town City, no, sorry, Golden Arrows was the one at the 1. Cape Town City is -6. Amazulu's -6. Supersports -7. Cheapers -2. Gallants -11. Richards Bay -10. Royal AM -4. Magesi -10. Shasha. If you're asking about the league, do you know how many teams? Some teams have played 15 games. Do you know how many teams have 10 or more games won? 2. The closest then becomes 8. Polokwane City. So I think that just tells you about the level of the league. You know. Kulisa is going to be an eternal. When I joke and I say he's an eternal youngster, and I tell you guys that that's how we view a lot of the players. That man is 30 years old. So when the time traveler says that Kulisa is joining Kaizer Chiefs, I go, no, for what? I was 28 years old. I'm like, for what? Why would I get Kulisa at this age? All right, guys. I'm not going to say anything, Butlal. Say anything. Korisang is selfish. I really feel for Blesser. He's been a sacrificial lamb every game. I like Ribeiro's playing where Ribeiro's playing. Really? I kind of like him a little bit higher though. Yeah, it looks like they heard me. Please, Arrows, 39 minutes. Please hold them. Guys, halftime, remember, I'm going to let 5 people in, but you have to be following me so that you can just analyze the game with me. Reshapa halftime team talk. I want to tell Supersport Reshapa Mona. So feel free to jump in via the multi-guest button. If you're watching on YouTube, you have to join me while I'm live right now on TikTok for you to jump in and join there. Was that Mkulisa sub necessary? No, Malume Kuto. Wait, see, it's sad. You know, sometimes ukocha kakfili and you get used as... Yeah, I'll give you an example. Mikel Arteta used to do it with Ozil. Is it Ozil? Ozil, Obaleka, those guys, where he just uses them to send a message to everybody else. But then there comes a point where you look at it and you go, Mara, a message yako, why eat him kulise every day? There goes Shasha. Oh, Penene. Oh, Penene. Hey, if there's one thing Shasha knows how to do is to break a line. Okay, maybe it was necessary, Malume Kutso. Maybe it was necessary. There's a penalty.
Penalty down. I get penalty.
Okay, how is Sundowns playing? I'm on the road. Much better now. Guys. Hey, Shasha, man. Shasha's timing. Chris is the same as Noba. Exactly. You mean the league sabotage people? Linesmen, no, man. Arrows want to concede like this. The other team, Sundowns, defeated Kanti. They don't plan. No, they don't plan. Believe. KSL teams don't plan. I told you about the high line from the beginning of the game, alright? High line airborne. Reynas has already tried to break it twice. I guess Caruso must get credit for bringing in Shalulile, who can break the line properly. OT because Chiefs and Sundowns reject. July, August, here we go. Aye, Maratime Traveler. Yet again, Caruso with the subs. He really reads the game well. But Shambe, can I ask you? I agree with you. It's a good strength to have. Very good strength to have. But do we question how he starts the game? Is it being unfair if we say that maybe Sundowns should start the games with the lineups that they finish off with or after the change? Because then maybe you've wasted 30 minutes. Ribeiro scores. Mamelodi Sundowns has taken the lead.
Just got the notification. It's a goal.
See what I was telling you about the quiet teams? Now I fear the quiet teams, the ones that look like they're not doing anything. Because Arrows is going to think to themselves they had a chance here and what. By hook or by crook, but one goal, and then it becomes a long day. And Chem, this Sundowns can be cruel, man. Keeper. Unlike you, Atenga, man. You tried, boy. You tried. Papa says good night. Hey, GNU members, you must stay. GNU members, you must stay. You are with You're with golden arrows in these tough times again. That's what you guys were saying. Now you must stay through the actual tough time. You can't be GNU Karitava. Tasha, that was a tactical sub by Cardoso. I give him grace because he's still figuring out how other teams play in the PSL. Mara Shembe. Technical team analyst. Coach Steve. Coach Steve literally comes from this team. Literally comes from this team. Oh, now you guys want to play. Now you want to play. Eh? Yeah. When you had the opportunity to play and you had the upper hand at some points, you stopped playing. What did I say about Usibia? Usibia was the live wire for golden arrows. Play your live wire as many times as you can when you've got the ascendancy. They went back into a mid to low block. They stopped going forward. Sundowns has now scored, and now they're going forward. You know what's going to happen? Sundowns is going to hit them on the counter, and they're going to score more goals. Boateng is a good goalkeeper, says LH. Coach Steve is emotional support. I don't know. I see him coaching. Sidebar. When at the stadium, you get to see things. I saw Nabi shouting at Ben Khalil, and I'm like, there's a coup here. But anyway, that's just my opinion. Ayiko intenziwa. Yena T-Bag. To be fair to him, uyayenza sub. Mina ngikhaleli starting line yakhe ukuthi why do you have to then make the sub at the 35th minute? Well, isn't this something that the guys are meant to know? And it's not just him, the analysts Zahaye and all of those guys. And I'll say it again. Steve comes from Golden Arrows. He was coaching this team a couple of months ago. Coach Steve. Not a couple. Okay, not a couple. When Rulani was still taking there with Mamelodi Sundowns, he was coaching he was coaching it Golden Arrows. Is it me or we had too many Pirates fans yesterday compared to Chiefs? But it's a Pirates home game, guys. It's a Pirates home game. But you have to admit he's been spot on with every sub in every single game. That's brilliant. No, that's why I'm saying that I don't want to take it away from him. It is a very, very, very good thing to have, to be able to zig and zag. Mara, is there a need to zig and zag? Or is it the case, like you say, that he's still getting used to it? Guys, it is halftime. Remember 5 people? This ref is a younger brother. Yeah, man, good is nice. Jerome Damon, man, is an old friend. Look, what does that do to the confidence of a player? Especially since you didn't let him go. You didn't let him go, allegedly, if there were offers. You didn't let him go. Now you've taken him off a couple of times. Please don't let Mkhulise become the sacrificial lamb that teaches the other players to get into line. Agent, my brother, welcome to the show.
Shalom.
I'm Shalom, man. Kerati kam Mkhulise, man.
I saw the sub and I thought of you.
Kerati kam Mkhulise, man.
I thought you were... Anyways, no, man. I think it could have been any of the foreign players because I don't think they played particularly well in the first half. I think it could have been Mudiba, it could have been Kodisang, it could have been Kulisi. Any of those players haven't played well this first half, you know. So I think any of them could have been substituted before the halftime. And I was saying in my analysis that I think the coach is gonna make a substitution at halftime. Just came a little bit earlier and it worked. And give me the plan B, you know. Is the lineup? I know I heard you when you're coming in about the lineup. That wasn't necessary for me to start with it. I mean, besides Ukodi-san, this is our usual lineup. You know, so I think he just started with a consistent lineup. It's just that Ukodi is having a bad game. And sometimes forget these people are human beings. Mkhulise has been having, the last 2 games has been one of the best games that I've seen Mkhulise playing at Sundowns under this coach. So It happens, man. You can have a bad game. Even the best players have bad games, so I'm not worried about that. I think if he's a big man, he'll understand. And maybe there was a shake. If offers were there, maybe his head is not in this game, or maybe the coach, in my opinion, I think vetoed that move because I think he's played almost all the games under Candoso. So maybe that destabilized him. So we are human beings. Sometimes forget these players are human beings. So yeah, I think that is that. But for me, Umudiba Shem, I don't see Umudiba at AFCON. I'm sorry.
I was going to ask you, what do you say of for me, it's a little bit confusing, the wing play, especially with Mudiba. And then also, how does that affect Reynas?
Yeah, the thing is, with Umudiba, do you remember my conversation about Umbule? That he's not lazy, but he's too relaxed, So it is one of those with Umudiba. And maybe I can understand. I think he's coming from an injury or something because he hasn't played in a long time. Maybe I can give him that, So I don't know.
Okay.
But he's not in the game, Shame. Together with Grant. I don't know what's happening with Grant. I don't know if he sees that Cupido is here, Johannes is here, but we move.
I'm gonna come back. We'll talk more about the second half. Let me just bring the others in. Malume Kutso.
Mr. OT.
How are you, Malume Kutso, man?
Usabuza. Mina ngimnandi Mr. OT. Ngimnandi nje awuthi hlala ibulala abantu ngabo 94th minute.
Orenka came in, man, Malume Kutso.
The word Mr. Agent is looking for lethargic.
Yeah.
To describe Abu Mbule and Abu Opremudiba. And just to echo his sentiments, I don't think he would have been at the last AFCON as well had we had a left back in this country. Respect to the other guys. But yeah, I shot down my left back. Asha is Spanish. My right back, well, we really have Motaung, and we also have Abu
Abu Morena Abu Van Royeni.
Van Roy. I was not sure if Van Roy, because currently I was equaling out of Van Roy, but he looks like Van Swart.
Yeah.
Isha is fun. I'm worried about Mr. OT. He's really not helping Arrows.
Okay.
Shout out to Matulu. Yeah, he's really not helping Arrows. His movement is negative. I saw the ball go to the.
Mara, you sound like you're far away, Malume Kutso. I don't know what's happening.
Am I better now?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I saw the ball, Iako the right hand side, and he's playing a playmaker role. He just kept to the left, did not move. I saw him receive a pass on the edge of the box and make a negative pass, a super negative pass. Like, I partly the conspiracy, and this is not a conspiracy, but if I wasn't well informed, I would say he's playing against Golden Arrows. Amakona is overcooking them. Abamdonse, Mr. Uti. That first half, Ucele, Mr. Uti.
Yeah.
Ucele needs support. It's like he's playing alone. It doesn't make sense. Lengonya Leo Fan Swart, Isha Ispani yona. Up and down. It's not like a final product, but icona, Mr. Uti. And with Umkulise, as sometimes things can clash. In a sense of Uti. Apparently you've been offered, and by the way, he transferred into Algeria Valang 5 as February, so there's still time for him to move. So maybe because I'm offering, and then this happens where my opponents, Mr. OT, are asking you why are you playing with 3 midfielders and a striker? Because Mr. OT, abase. So as a human being, you can be tempted to think this is against me, but Mo Bega Vele. Okay, we need to sub one midfielder. Who would you sub between Allende, Mkulise, and Mokwena? To make sure you don't compromise the stability of the team.
No, it's Mkulise every day.
It's Mkulise, you understand. It's just to say, boy, Abe is Labantu Giti, but in terms of stability as a team, these two know each other. These two play every day together, and these two can cover each other well. I Gabi. You are sacrificial lamb, not in a bad way, but for the betterment of the team, and this is what the game asks for.
Okay, but can I just? I want to go back before I bring in Shem. I want to go back to something you spoke about with Colin Arrows. Usibia was having a nice time on the left-hand side, a couple of times where they were going at the Sundowns. What is it about PSL teams, Madame Kutso, that at some point, man, labona or intwena ya bereka, then you stop doing it?
Or even worse, Mr. OT, to answer you, but to also add to it, you stop adding to it. You can see it's okay. Tele is bullying them. Let's just have runs around Tele from deep. La match deep. Foot magic ba mana say one clean. La match lao. Just one. Maga press. We can risk it now. But they hardly do it, Mr. OT. I feel like Baba, we fear they can't believe that they made it this far with 15 or 30 minutes. There's no goal or no shot on target. And then by Alala, Mr. Uti. And another thing about players, when a ref makes a call and says offside, I feel like sometimes we're so accustomed to corruption. Players start sleeping and saying, "Oh, ref is osmakele."
Yeah.
Thinking the ref is always going to say offside.
Yeah.
The ref probably thought it's really offside. Manje nina wonke ama-run senilele senicabanga ukuthi uref uzohlala phakamisa iduku. He left that offside according. They should have picked it up. I'm sorry that I have to say this, but we can see which he caught a couple of offsides and they thought, "Hi, way too low." Kodisang wavela. Kodisang could have scored or could have passed. Now he needs to lift his head when he's in the box. Wavela no shalulile futhi. Ayibuye ekhanda ukuthi maybe for a team that's playing too deep, lineage is too high.
High, yeah.
At the same time, you understand, Mr. OT?
No, for time's sake, I just want to bring in Shembe. Then I'm going to come back to everybody. Shembe.
Hey, Mr. Oti.
How are you, my brother?
Ngimnandi, Mr. How are you, Mr. Oti? I'm here for you. How are you, Mr. Oti?
Mina ngimnandi, guys. Not having expectations is a good thing. Realism is a good thing.
Fane speech show lapha emotshala bethi mina ngimnandi guys ama Kaizer Chiefs fans after he game ebadliwa nje.
I'm even happy kancane, to be honest with you. I'm even happy kancane. But anyway,
what bosha amasuit lapho Mr. Uzi? What bosha amasuit lapha eSoccer City Mr. Uzi?
Already suit mina
just in case for the interview webakudinga lapha eSupersport ngikhona. Mr. Oti, man, I feel for Intwana, man, who plays, man, as Mr. Oti, man, I feel for this boy, man. Especially because, like, Uplesa isn't a flashy player, so it's so easy for people to say that he's not having a good game, but for me, Mr. Oti, Blesser has been really good this season, Mr. Oti. It's just because he's a quiet player and he sticks to basics, Mr. Oti. Earlier on in the season, I think he even scored. We saw him like pushing up a bit more during the previous admin, where I think he even scored 2 goals, if I'm not mistaken, in the early parts of the season, Mr. Oti. So it really looked like Umchidaman was starting
bench,
to find.
though.
Please say that again.
But from the bench, though.
Mr. Oti, even if it was from the stands, Mr. Oti, he's still.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. There's starters and there's game changers. I'm just saying.
Now we are fine. No Kato.
So
I feel for the players of Mr. Oti because he's been a promising young lad for eons now, and eons, and someone who was supposed to embody the Sundowns philosophy, Mr. Oti. And man, just seeing Coach Cardoso do this, I think 4 games in a row now with Blesser. It's like, then why even start him? Why even start him if you're going to do this to him? Like, you don't need to have so many midfielders because we know that teams are going to sit back against us, Mr. Oti. So you don't need to have so many midfielders, holding midfielders in that space, Mr. Oti. We pull spirit, Mr. Oti. You can only be resilient for so long before now we lose morale, Mr. Oti.
Can I ask you, is it a message thing? Not necessarily maybe to Mkulise. I don't know. What do you think is the motivation? Especially when it now happens game after game after game.
But what would be the message, Mr. Oti?
I don't know. Maybe get everybody in line. Sometimes you can't punish your stars. So you punish somebody else and you go, hey man, I'm gonna punish you. so that everybody else gets the message that they need to be on par.
Mr.
I
Otsi.
can't take out Mokwena 35 minutes or Allender 35 minutes.
Look, Mr. Otsi, I don't think it's punishment, Mr. Otsi. I think that with Cardoso, we really have a pragmatic coach, Mr. Otsi. A coach that is very doesn't like to rock the boat too much, is very cautious. So I think it's in his nature to start a game actually say midfield, Mr. Otsi. And because now he doesn't have too much information about how these teams play against Sundowns. I realize okay, fine. I actually don't need as many midfielders here as I initially thought I did. Allende is cool. Mokwena is good for me. You know, I don't actually need to have. But it's like, at some point, man, now you need to also you also need to wake up now, you know, because you can't keep on doing this to Indona here, to Mr. Otsi, you know. But I will always give him credit for Utsi. I'm a substitution why I aspire Mr. because you saw immediately after Mkulisi came off, we looked lively again. We're duking those balls over for Shasha la asolele penalty there. So angazi ukuthi kuzoyenzakalani ngoReyners because lento le simlethele yona manje ngathi akasayenzi. But hey man, this is, you got to pay the cost to be part of a number one 8 years in a row loading team, Mr. Otsi.
You got to pay the cost to be the boss. Let me go to Agent. Agent, second half. How should these two teams approach this game? Because Golden Arrows is now down 1, and what we've seen from Sundowns, uncharacteristically, is that when you start going at them to try and equalize and do those things, Shem, that's when they come and get you. How should the two teams approach the second half?
Excuse me, I don't know what they feed you today. I don't know if you went to church. I heard you mentioning your kid there. I don't know if he's saying you happy birthday or what. But today you've been spot on, my brother. Today, you know, man, I've never seen a Kutukuto spot on like this in Chade. I don't know. Today, you're doing the Lord's work. But anyways, and also, it reminds me of, there's a player that OT used to dislike. And we'll be on him every time. I'm forgetting his name. And that player has been replaced by Mkulis.
Oh, AB.
AB, yes.
I love AB, but I loved him. I wanted better for him.
I know, man. No, but I just wanted to say quickly before I go to the halftime. Sundowns this season, I can't think on top of my head, but Sundowns this season have been playing with in fact, even last season, we've been playing with 2 holding midfielders, or call them a 6 and a double 8, whatever you prefer. But it has been Kulis, Tebza, Obas, and Allende. Ever since we won AFCON with that partnership of Obas and Tebza, Rulani adopted it, and we've been playing it even under Coach Mangoba. So I think the coach maybe just went for a more natural 8 in Kulis. So I don't think it has anything to do with that, but anyway, so not there.
Hey, but what happens when Kulit? No, let me leave it. Go on.
Say it. No,
I was going to say, what happens to your shape when Kulis is on the pitch? Because I don't feel like they trust him like that.
No, besides this game, the past 2 games has been good for Mkulisi, you know, because I think the problem with Allende is that he drifts out wide, drifts out to the center, helps build the ball from the back, goes to the wing, has to drop in. And by the time he's in the center circle, there's not a lot of people who can help him. You know, he can be in many places at once. So I think Kulis was helping him in terms of build-up and controlling the game. You know, hence, even next game against Supersport, I'll start to Kulis and Allende. You know, so but anyways, since not AFCON man, but since top 3 man is AFCON, we won high since man. This is why your team loses. But anyways, for me, I think I'll take out Ukodisang. I think Ukodisang needs to go out. Bring in Tesh Matthews. And then take out Umudiba, bring Mutiwani, and maintain the same shape. I think we should be home and dry. For Golden Arrows, I think I'll take out. I don't know who I'll take out, but I need Knox, man. I think Kele and Knox can play well together. You know. So I think perhaps that's the only substitution that perhaps I can make. You know, I don't know. I haven't seen Menzima in a long time, but we know he has that thing in him. So yeah, but I think Knox for me would. I don't know. Today I don't know. I don't know today.
Put your neck on the line.
I don't put my neck where I don't know. Abutu Kusa will predict on my behalf. Abutu Kusa will predict on my behalf.
Malume Kusa, do you accept this?
I know what's happening. It means he sees a lose coming.
It's the feeling, that feeling he has.
His powers. Are they about announcing or we are born of it?
Okay. Malume Kusa, same question, but one to the second half, how should these two teams approach this game?
Sundowns should keep applying the pressure, Mr. Uchi. And Mr. Uchi, just for point of reference, how many times have we had agents saying it's the first time? So this man has many first times. It's unbelievable. But anyway, I think Sundowns should keep piling the pressure, Mr. Uchi. Those numbers in the box. But Lentona Leo Khoza, the cost is Sundowns. I think he misunderstood Coach Mangoba's advice. I remember Coach Mangoba speaking on Metro FM saying he should be confident. Angasab wins a mistake, and even after a mistake, he should keep doing it. But man, he's overdoing it. And I think there was a shout for a penalty there, which had they gotten, could have been back to 1-1. And
yeah, Malume Kusa, I think your mic there.
I was going to uncover the mic, man.
Oh.
But anyway, yeah, so what I'm saying is Leo Khoza by Kuchuza and never the ball again because this Cele guy is applying pressure if he's still on the field. Get someone to bomb down the middle, Mr. Oti, for golden arrows. Someone who can cover box to box. Not someone who sluggish in Spear or talk to Spear, Mr. Oti. He must be quick enough to support Ucele and quick enough to execute if he wants to play in a corner because I believe he's good enough for Lentayenza, Mr. Uti. And then can I just say, just to be petty, that penalty should have been retaken because Umudiba encroaches into that D line, meaning he's too close to the penalty taker. So that penalty should have been retaken. Mr. Uti.
Okay, guys, score prediction, Malume Kusa. You have to give me two now.
Esami, I would have said 2-0 to Sundowns. But having had the chosen one speak, Umpolo Fite, Mr. Uti, could be 2-1 to Arrows.
Okay. Shambe, second half, how should the two teams approach this second half?
Yeah, Mr. Oti, it's concerning when the all-seeing eye, the oracle, is also when the all-seeing eye oracle it's concerning because usually agent feels it in his bones. So but I see 2-1, Mr. Oti. I see us at 2-1. If Arrows applies pressure like khoza and bullies him a bit, I can see them balchayisa liwan, Mr. Oti. But for thina manyama ngibona ukuthi ukodisa ngathi ukuphuma kancane abadedelesh na omunye engimzwelayo na ukuthi ayikho into ayenzayo naye la. But yeah, I see Tash coming on, Mr. Oti. And then kule side le la ka Mudiba naye ngiyacabanga ukuthi naye bazomdedela, Mr. Oti. But if Arrows bullies that backline, because we've seen how shaky our backline can get, including our goalkeeper, if they bully them, then bangalitole eliwan, Mr. Oti, bangalitole eliwan. But all seeing I already to mengekho sure but I see it
maybe it's the Sunday game at 5:45, man. Maybe he's unsure of the powers. Maybe he's unsure of the powers. This is an awkward game.
Agent.
No, thank you. Tyler, late. Guys, 35,000 likes. And I keep it open. I see Tyler's there. I see DJ Nuts is there. I see Terrence is there for them to also come in. And if we can get to 35,000 likes, I'll keep it open and everybody can jump in and we can have a conversation about whatever it is that we're seeing. And I'll ask you to analyze with me. My analysis is for the first half is, look, guys, I think Sundowns is a little bit messy up front. I think what Pitso Mosimane does is that he gives order to the attack, right? Where a lot of the Sundowns players tend to nowadays just play the ball wherever and they try to do like some natural ability stuff. Pitso Mosimane actually directs them. And it's not saying that the other guys are bad. Reyners did try and break the offside trap a couple of times, but his running wasn't good enough. So the tactical change to bring in the two strikers and have them attack from both sides that way. Remember what I said about Tashrik Matthews and Reynolds, how they used to play. How they used to play is what he did essentially in the second half. When you have Mudiba and Mkhulise, and Mudiba, Mkhulise, Ribeiro, Allende, Korisang on the same pitch, things are bound to happen because there's no balance. Guys, I don't dislike Mkhulise, guys. I don't dislike Mkhulise. How I view Mkhulise is that he's not quite at the level of the others. So when I speak about Sundowns' shape when Mkhulise is on the pitch, they tend to then sit back a little bit more. And then you see Ribeiro coming to get the ball a lot more. And I don't know if it's trust, and I don't know if it's because of his play. I don't know. Mara, that tends to happen where you see Sundowns suck all the way back inside. Look at where Ribeiro's playing now. Look at where Ribeiro and Allen are going to get that ball. Korisang, guys, I don't know what position Korisang plays. Because I would have expected him in that position put there in that 3. I would have expected him to be the guy that plays the Zwane role, where he's not really a winger. He's coming back inside so that he can assist in the middle, right? He's coming back inside so that he can help. And then it becomes a more complete midfield because then you've got an extra person, then you've got a front 2. But it seems like it's almost like they want him to also assist on the attack and be an actual attacker and try running behind. So I don't know, guys. For me, it's interesting. And to have him taken off, I don't know what that does to your psyche, especially when it happens over and over and over again. When it comes to golden arrows, guys, there's this thing that PSL teams do where they look good for 5 minutes and it's almost like they say to themselves, hey man, we've done enough for today. Let's stop doing this. Sele is running. He's being physical, right? One of the things I spoke about of the Mamelodi Sundowns, similar to the Mamelodi Sundowns game that they played versus Maniema Union, is that when you've got a physical presence there, you can actually move Sundowns a little bit. Ranga did it to Libusa, that number 9 did it to a degree to these guys, right? So when you've got somebody like that who can lose the defense, it gives you an opportunity to let Abosbia go free. Bia was having a good game. Why? Because there's somebody in the center, okudluzayo. But if Lomunto okudluzayo animdigez the bowler, you're not helping him do anything, Abosbia no longer going up, there's nobody tracking running in like Malume Kuto said, then you're wasting. They started sitting back. And what tends to happen in Sundowns games, and why I said I am afraid of a quiet team, is they go 1-0 up. They go 1-0 up. At some point, Golden Arrows are going to make a business decision whether they're going to go forward and go and attack or they're going to sit back. And when they do that, watch Bo Reina, Libo Shalulile, Libo Korisang even become prime counter-attacking pirates and take advantage of all of that thing. Look at Korisang. Oh, positioning. He's not a winger. So that's what frustrates me. But anyway, guys, we are in the second half. At 45 to whatever my team, whatever my timer says. Excuse me. At 45 to whatever my timer says, and you'll have the time. For example, it says 10 minutes now. It's 55 minutes if you add. Hey! It's 55 minutes if you add the 45. And we are in the second half. If we can get to 35,000 likes, I will keep it open and everybody else will be able to voice their opinions. Guys, it's free. I don't know why Lila, it's free. Look, just do this. Oh, and then as an update, wait, before I get too excited. As an update on the other side, Arsenal is leaving Man City 1-0. For whoever's a Man City fan here, unlike. Okay, let me see what you guys were saying here in the comments while we see Sundowns player getting attended to. Was that a penalty, guys? Please tell me. That was a foul. That's too far back. Korisang is selfish. Selfish or playing in a position that he doesn't like. I was Sundowns playing him on the road. Okay, I changed that. I checked that one. I give him grace. He's still figuring out. It's not the final score, Randy. We're in the second half. So they win via. They are also winning via a penalty. Guys, a win is a win, guys. Whether it's a penalty, whether it's a cross, whether it's an on goal, a win is a win. A win is a win. You're gonna get something from these games. So guys. Again, I say about PSL teams. I struggle with PSL teams because really all you need to do is just to be in the game long enough, and you'll probably get a goal from somewhere. Okay, it's nice that they've given Tele some help. It seems like there's a two-striker system there with Nduandwe. Nduandwe is pushed all the way up. It looks like they want to play the route one ball that is won by Ucele, the first ball that is won by Ucele, and then when the second ball drops, they can get something from it. But probably you see a Nox Muchizwa who can come in and play that role a little bit better. Ow! Is Musa Bilankulu also making a tactical sub? How much tactical sub, manje? Or was they trying a set play there? How do you feel about Khoza? Because I love Khoza. Mara, it seems like, man, he's got a mistake or two in him, which is very weird because when he started playing, he was one of the most flawless players that you'd see, right? So it's kind of weird to see him now, but I also think that there's so many other things, like if you challenge Sundowns differently. So if, let's say, Arrows was to focus on going wide and pinging a ball across as their attacking strategy, I think Sundowns would suffer. They also suffer with physicality, as I say, that there's a certain physicality you can play with that can take teams, that can take their defenders out of it. So he's been struggling versus the more physical players, the guys that come directly to you, and play. If you think about that game versus Makes, I think was it Wonder Boy? Wonder Boy was giving him problems. I can't remember, but definitely in the Maniema game. So maybe it's just something different, but also I think systems, system Sundowns is no longer as strict or as set up, if that makes sense. Oh, Reyners. Reyners and Shalulile need to speak to each other. They can't play in the same pitch. They cannot. For some reason, and I feel like Bajalana space. Oh, there's Korisang finally playing the Zwane role. Finally. You see? So Mudiba would be stuck in these positions when he was playing left back with Temba Zwane. He'd be up there, not necessarily all the way up as a winger, like a full winger, but there'd be nobody ahead of him. I like that Korisang is dropping back inside because I think it's going to create a little bit of room for Reyners and Shalulile to space themselves out. I think the problem with those two is that Ushalulile likes to run centrally. He loves to run centrally. And Reyners loves to come from a little bit of width inside. Kyle! Why would you take off Kyle? I mean, okay, I guess he's got a yellow card, but Look, now you're going to start crossing. They're going to do the thing that I said they must do with Knox. Oh, why Kyle? Hey, communication. It looks like we have to do it for ourselves next week because these other teams, you must not play Saturday, please. I think Khoza cracks under pressure. Khoza just needs protection and guidance from Grootman, but our defenders are really off. Reyners and David Khatebe, same thing. No, I like that you said that. I like that you said that. We have this, we have this unfair expectation on players. Unfair expectation on players where we want them to be everything and every player and every position and do everything well. Sometimes you just play them exactly how they play. David Khatebe had a way to play. Play it that way and you'll see magic. Reyners is a way to play. We were having a conversation yesterday where we were speaking about this thing. And my point was, Reyners can't do as much as Shalulile. But the one thing that Reyners does really well, he does insanely well. So maybe don't drop him back in. I keep saying this. We saw him, bafana, when he was playing the role. Remember when Hugo Bruce first had him and he was dropping back in and he was trying to play with his back to the defense and play center forward and target man. No. Run in behind. Forget everything else. Run in behind. Okay, here comes Johannes, Keegan Johannes and Matthews. Okay, yeah, off goes Ukorisan. Okay, that'll balance out the front a little bit more. Out goes Mang. Mtunyelwa. Oh, you're providing cover for Khoza. Okay, Cardoso. He's protecting Khoza with those subs. Oh, with that sub, yeah, honest. And then I think, front four. Can Reyners play in a front four? 3 and a 10. That's going to be interesting. Look at how many players now. All it takes is one break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 golden arrows players in attack with the 6th one trailing. One ball. The idea is there. One ball. It's witchcraft with David Khateba. It's never magic. So the ref is scared to give a pen against Downs. So he gives a pen as compensation. Malube Kutz. And then they squeezed the kitchen. The ref gave a corner as compensation. Yellow's on a yellow. He's also on a yellow. Okay. Discipline has been an issue for them, eh? Oh, here comes Arrows. Wonderful defensive work there, eh? Alende. Yeah. Now Arrows is bringing players forward. There would have been great assistance and support for Utsele. Only now are they doing it when Utsele's off. I'm so mad. I think Utsele could have gotten something from this game. Oh, Shasha. Nazo, there's the chaos. There's the chaos. There's the chaos. There's the chaos. What did I say? What did I say? Mamelodi Sundowns on transition when they've come into a second half leading. They're going to catch you out when you send people forward. 2-0, Mamelodi Sundowns. Now Arrows has a business decision to make. Golden Arrows has a business decision to make. Do you continue pushing and try make this a 2-1, possibly a 2-2, or do you let this happen more and more? Do you let this happen more and more? Oh, Arrows. I think that's what gets to me. That thing gets to me so much. Actually, Mlwanto, how far is Shasha? The Shasha orchestrated the counter-attack, by the way. How far is Shasha from the record? Because if I was not mistaken, there was a time when he just needed 8 goals. I think maybe it's now 6 or 5. Nah, 6 or 5. Is it 6 or 5? But the Shasha, boom. Yeah, my agent, what was it, man? It is 3. Okay, does he need... What do you mean it's 3? Hey, Lou. Hey, Mara Lou. Velili says, hey, let me go watch Arsenal. Ningahambi. Magumnandi. You guys don't go. The record for the all-time leading goal scorer in the PSL, I believe he is number 2 to Upele Nomvete. And then Bradley Grobler is number 3. So I think he was chasing 155 goals, I think it was. That's the record he's chasing to be the top goal scorer of all time in the PSL in the league. That is what he was chasing. What the hell? Why are you moving? Let's come over. There's no flights to England now. There's no flights to England. There's no flights. You have to watch this game. Scoring boots are back on. PSL refereeing sucks. He's chasing it's 123. Was 150 the overall, nah? He's chasing 123. I wonder what he is. Was out by mistake. Guys, 35k, and I leave it open and you guys can jump in. Reynolds is going to be the next one to come out, eh? Hope he gets... Malume Kuto. Yeah, Reynolds is the next one to come out. He's not giving. He's not giving. Oh, 123 was corrected. Wait, guys, what's the record now? What's the record now? But Arsenal are playing a low block against Santa. Hey, Mara. Okay, Jaden Adams comes onto the pitch. Another one who's getting used to this team. Yeah, Reynolds was shame. I feel for Reynolds. Reynolds was doing so well. Reynolds was doing so well with the high-paced transition game that Mangoba Nabofoshoza were playing. He's finding it a bit difficult in this Mamelodi Sundowns, and I think it's because, again, it's one of those things where you can see a player for what they are, or you can see them for what you want them to be. And sometimes when you see them for what you want them to be, it doesn't match what they are. And that is what Reynolds is going through after being the top goal scorer of the league for a very long time. He was scoring for fun, but that came from those transition opportunities that were given to him by Mangoba's setup and the way he wanted to play. A bit different now. Look at how much work Ushasha does. Hard-working striker, does a lot. Can play as a target man, can trap the ball, can make the pass similar to what he did there. Beat a defender, passes it through, repositions himself in the box to finish it off. Like, that is Ushasha. Pure striking. And maybe Ushasha was being hurt by a system that he's not used to, where he's not used to not being the workhorse of the team and just waiting for the ball to be rolled through. And now it seems as though there's a change that has been made. So I think Reynolds, he must be careful, eh? He must be careful. Either he develops new skills or something's going to happen to him. Either he develops new skills or he's not going to play many games for this coach once the coach wakes up. Reynolds is a bit down lately, says Sammy. The record is for 400. I think we're starting to see the cons of coaches signing players, says Malume Kuto. Thank you, Malume Kuto. You are right. Reynolds was a Mangoba signing. You are right. 100% right there. I don't want to leave here. What's the score? I still 1-0 as far as I know. Chess Pain's going straight to Orlando, says Umuoki. Shows why TD needs to sign players. No, agent. Oh, okay. Can I say something in reply? The reason why Arne Slot looks so good for Liverpool after Klopp is because whoever decided on signing the coach signed a coach that plays the football that the team wanted to play. Is this maybe a sign that Fleming was how do I put it? That Fleming was a little bit relaxed, not relaxed. He was letting them have their rope. Letting them have their rope, maybe compromising, that's the word, compromising on the vision maybe that he wanted to have. Else maybe Sundowns would have brought in a coach that's very similar to Abo Mangoba. So on the one hand, yes, a coach signing players is not ideal. But on the other hand, a team switching styles can have repercussions on the players that are in the team, if that makes sense. And maybe the question isn't for Fleming to take over, or isn't for Fleming to take over per se, but it was for Fleming to not make the Mangoba decisions. And now you're stuck with certain players who you didn't want. Lodge. Lodge. Reynolds now. Kosi fan, I just need Sundowns to win also next week. On demands of the team, Rainers can't dribble. No, I'll let you respond. 35K, I'll let you respond. Rainers and Shalile for me are playing well together. You're cooking too much. He's cooking today, Malube Kuto. How many players are registered at Sundowns? I'm not sure. 71st minute, 2-0. 35K, guys. We're 3,000 away. Just tap the screen. It's free. And then people can come in and you can have a conversation. And you can tell me what you're thinking about the game. I think the game has quieted down a little bit more. I think Arrows has made the executive decision to not go forward as much anymore. I think they want to keep it at 2-0 for the sakes of goal difference and the future of the club. So I think the executive decision has been made here. How many players the clubs are allowed to register? Is it 25? Was it 25? 25. Yeah, 25, I think, officially for PSL. 25. Then you have to maybe change players for different competitions. I'm not sure. Guys, in the comments, I'm sure somebody can jump in and let us know what is the maximum amount of players that you can register. Odochi, do you realize that Sundowns is getting the job done? No, DJ Nuts, I said it. I told you guys that I'm scared of these teams. I'm scared of teams where you are in the game, you still think you're in the game. Oh, it's 2-0. Now it's lit. What Pirates is doing to teams this year is what Sundowns has been doing to teams. Do you know, like, for example, if you look at last year, by the time you wake up to what's happening, they're already gone. So I'm scared of these teams. I'm more scared of these teams than I am of the flashier teams, to be honest with you. I think 30, I'm happy with winning the league. Playing like this just for pain to land at Mayfair. Hi, guys. Guys, man. So this is great. I think maybe but also is showing that tactics over team. Tactics over team. Things can be fixed by knowing your squad and making changes. Maybe that's Caruso's message. It's not a chameleon. Yeah, it's not a crocodile. It's just, listen, guys, let's read what's going on and let's reply to what's going on and take it from there. No need to be extra. Okay, 35K. 35K. Let me open up. But guys, kupari gift, guys. Papa Khosi Lutendo. Siyabonga. Siyabonga Masango. And Papa Khosi. It's just covering your name there. But let me see. This kind of mind games is from Sundowns to make people think you're weak, then win, then boom, they win big. It's not even about winning big. Agent, DJ Nuts, it's not even about winning big. What it's about is winning consistently. You see, Sundowns does it quietly. Quietly. Oh, well, I'm going to reference the old Sundowns. They do it quietly. People forget how many 1-0 wins Rulani had last year. But it's just little by little by little by little by little by little. But if you want to boil a frog, you don't take a frog and put it into boiling water. You take a frog and put it into cold water and you slowly turn up the volume. Slowly turn up the heat. By the time that frog realizes that it's dying, it's too late, it's dead. Anyway, DJ Nuts. DJ Nuts, are you with me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Tell me about this game. The
game is good, man. The game is good. There's nothing to complain about. I think for me, there's nothing to complain about. Because as long as we get the job done, that's the most important thing. We want 3 points. We don't want flashy things. We just want 3 points. As long as we put the goals behind the net, that's what matters most. Because this thing of Flair playing this, Shusha and Wara, does not give us anything. It's good for the eyes of people, but what is most important is to put the ball behind the net.
So what
If
do you
can
make
see
of
how-
what do you make of your play? Because for me, it doesn't seem like Sundowns has a set play, and sometimes the players are just, man, they're allowed to do whatever they want to do, if that makes sense.
Okay, can you repeat? I did not get that. What you say?
No, I wanted to ask you, what do you think of the play of Sundowns? Because it seems as though the discipline of the approach of Sundowns is gone, and the players get to do what they want, essentially, in the tech. You're seeing them pop up here and there. What do you think of that?
I think, Sundowns it's a different institution whereby they try new things all the time. It's like, if you remember very well, the time of Pitso, he introduced his style of play. When Rulani came in, he did not change it much, but slowly but surely started to introduce his own. So Kados as well, just for other teams' confusion, because if you look at now, most of the people, like general people, they will be saying Sundowns is no longer there, Sundowns is dead, Sundowns is that. That's what they want, because clearly we are not doing this for the sake of dstv. We are doing it for the sake of Champions League. If you remember very well, if you go back last, where we went out group stages unbeaten, but when it goes to knockout stages, we had a problem because of everyone was targeting us, that we are a good team that plays good football. So they will go there with that intention that we want to beat them. But now the thing is, I see Sundowns in a different vision, that they say, let people undermine us as long as we get the job done. That's what I see from now. And trying new things, like as we see, sometimes they try new things like every day. They can change information in one game, maybe more 5-6 times. Which is important, because they want to see what works for them, what works for the team. Because at the end of the day, what we need as a club, or as supporters of the club, we need results. So far so good. Look, Kados has done so well. There's nothing that we could be playing. He only has got one loss. Am I lying?
I believe,
He only has got one loss.
Yeah,
he only has got one loss, but the rest is... It's just like wins, draw, wins. So it's important for Sundowns to do like this. So that even if they go to the boardroom and they look at how they play, it gives sense. It makes sense for anybody, because Sundowns does not need that to say, play 155 touches, but while there's no goal. You can play 155 touches, but if you don't go back of the net, it does not mean anything to us. If you just play that and then put the ball behind the net.
For time, I'm going to jump in just to say that Mamelodi Sundowns has scored another goal. It is 3-0 right now. The game is broken down and the low block is nowhere to be seen. Let me go to Agent, my brother. 3-0.
Let me start by saying, according to Optajabu, I think by Tuesday the 13th of Jan, right, he said they corrected the goals from 23 to 9 for non-VET. So, 2 million, but you're not there. So, I think I can't trust transfer market stats usually in the local game, because sometimes they get it wrong. But it says to me that he's on 125, which means 2 goals today, he's on 127.
Okay, it's 2 goals away.
Yeah, which means he's 2 goals away from meeting it. Rated version. But anyways, I also wanted to say that guys, Adam Zikistane and Adam Zikistashe, he's fitting perfectly, This is why TG signs players. sorry. I think he played well. He's playing well. So no man, I'm not feeling this game, I'm not feeling this game. Totally true, I'm not feeling this game. I'm just glad that we won, so I think that's something that he can be happy about. And Tash Matthews, man, he's back. I think he's now linking well with this boy who is blonde. What is his name?
Ribeiro.
Costa. Yeah, Costa Ribeiro. Yeah. I think he's starting to click. I think they just need Reyners to come back, and the team will be fully
Does
functional.
Reyners have a future in this team?
Maybe in Africa. Why? Maybe that's why you bought him. You know, maybe
Well,
because
yeah, Coach Mangoba did say.
yeah, I got him for Africa. So maybe then, you know, remember Maseko was. Believe it or not.
Oh, is that the example? Is that is that what you must look forward to?
I'm just saying that remember Maseko was ordinary Maseko was AFL MVP.
I never saw him again.
You know, so him again. You know, so maybe it could be one of those. But yeah, I'm happy with the win, happy with the 3 points. We move for the next game. And this picture is bumpy, you know, and I don't know what they do with the headlights. It's very dark, you know. So yeah. Otherwise, we take the
Tell me,
points.
Agent. No, I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about the point I raised about discipline? Say that, man, it doesn't seem like there's positional. Oh, keeper. Ribeiro. Costa. Open net.
He I think he transferred his powers to Shasha now, right? But that's why,
Okay, no, anyway, to go back, it feels like a lot of this is sort of left to the players. The playing style is how the players want to go. They got a lot more freedom. How do you feel about the freedom that they have? Because the few 2-3 times where they look dangerous, it almost has that, you know, that old Sundowns about it, the system Sundowns, man. You know, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
yeah, no, I think, and by the way, okay, I'll come back to that point. I think it's a combination of both Mangoba and Rulani problem, I think. I think under Coach Rulani, we're too much tactical disciplined. Not that it was wrong, but sometimes we feel like we're just being rigid. We're just being told, circulate the ball, we just circulate it, the goal will come, you know. With Mangoba, it was too much freedom. We're saying, just pump the ball forward, we'll get it and everything. Every man for himself, you know. Tebza, you're a 6, play like a 6. You know the role of a 6. Alan, you know what your role. Mudiba, you know your role. No inventing or nothing. You know. So now, with this one, I think is a mix of both. Where sometimes you see elements of Urulane, where tactical discipline is there in part, and then sometimes you see Mangoba's freestyle flowing football. You know. Hence, even the goals you score, they are a combination of the two styles, you know. So I think speaks maybe well, now that Tyler's not here, speaks well to the quality of the coach that he's able to combine the styles. That, to be fair, someone once said it, that why don't they just combine the styles, you know? So yeah, I'm happy, man. I can't complain. Thank you for yo.
Holy you.
Yo, my heart was gone, Shem. My heart was gone. And you can see, and you see, this is the point that I was talking about, that under coach Mangoba, Tebza was struggling because he was told play like a 6. Now you see a different Tebza. You know, that's what I'm saying. It's a combination of the two. Yeah, thanks.
Let me bring in Wiz. Wiz, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hey, ngiyafila mina mara yo.
Wiz, funny, chicken man.
Yo. I don't know why, Mara. I'm more scared of these Sundowns than any previous Sundowns.
Yeah, well, that's
I
what
don't
I'm
know
saying.
why. It's just a feeling, Mara. I don't know why. Maybe it's because this coach is giving like a free rein to these players. Uthi alende, okay, when Amafunuga Pambili, you wanna play on the left midfield side, you don't have to defend as much as he used to do back then. Ngalo previous coaches ngamsimbize ngegama. But yeah, and it is also telling Tebogo Mokwena he's no longer the threat he was under the previous coaches.
Yeah,
he's more on the defensive side. Mudiba from left side to midfield, overloading that midfield, spreading the ball with our Ribeiro wide through. It's a very scary team, this one. Yo. And I think it's safe to say the transition period is over. There's no more doubt. sebazoyisaba bonke manje le team le.
Mara cala ukubuza Wiz, cala ukubuza. I-Golden Arrows consider. I consider for there were chances in between. Mara still basapusha abantu. Kuyenzakalani lapha? But mina ngi-understand.
No, maybe it's the way that Sundowns plays. They play like they are vulnerable. Yabona. Sundowns is a team where you must punish. When you get that chance, it doesn't matter if whole 90 minutes you get 3 shots on target. Make them count. Because if you don't, that counter is going to be painful. The Sundowns play like, you know what, come, we're giving you a chance. Attack us. Because now Yabona, Ronan Williams is not at his top best. Among defenders, a lot of changes due to injury. So it's a very, very vulnerable side, Mara. If you don't take your chances, they will punish you. Okay. They invite the challenge. They tell the opposition attackers, you know what, come at us.
Mara,
which is why I think which is why I think Golden Arrows, they feel like, you know what, we can go forward because Snini initial cross pass, Snini there was a wide, so maybe we can get something. Mara, they're not taking their chances.
Marisco must have 4-0. This is the same Arrows. Benkulmangi Pirates. This is the same Arrows that did a similar thing versus Pirates. The Pirates, they have a shy, they steal. Give up Hambil.
I Golden Arrows. Angazi why, Mara, I think something is wrong with the coach. Angazi, maybe he doesn't give extra instructions to the players to change the entire system. Angazi, what's happening? Because if you see, okay, it's 2-0, we are losing. I think it's safe to say the coach must tell the players, you know what, relax on, let's focus on the counter. Let's try for their mistakes. Let's make them make mistakes. Let's not do mistakes ourselves.
Okay.
So I think the coach here, Arrows, has to intervene. Yazin, now you must relax. Let's not go forward, because
no. Yeah. What time of a jumping? But guys, do I realize that the second half has been under this coach have been unbelievable? But I was the one who said, what a second half, Golden Arrows is going to go forward, and then this Sundowns team is going to become prime Orlando Pirates last season counter-attacking, and it's going to get messy. Let me go to Terence. Terence.
Mr. OT, the brother himself.
How are you, my brother?
Managamu Pitoria, 012 Jigelele. Pitoria, the country, my brother. My condolences to you, my brother, from yesterday. Pau nuile da brag. Sorry, but Pau rupile. Somebody said Sundowns is weak. How can a team alone gets number 1 on the league even weak?
Mara, isn't that the scary thing, Terence? Isn't that the scary thing? But number 1, baluzite 1 game. Marabatu, pasansane bare no. Yeah, weaker. Isn't that the scary thing about Sundowns?
It's consolation.
Teams are not jumping.
Let me tell you something. It's consolation. Don't forget that everyone figured it out how we are playing. Pela now it's fusion of 2 styles. One understand the brag. Everyone was packing the bus against Sundowns. So one understand the my brother. So we needed new tactics to play this thing because of Arrows nearly 11 men behind the ball playing on a count. One Panyako Dala through ball between Grant and Panyako Dala more spacing between Grant and what you call khoza. One understand. So it didn't work. So when you're a coach, when you see where this system, you know, I've tell people where the way to beat Sundowns is to attack Sundowns. Attack Sundowns, Brian. Our defense is very weak, Brian. Attacking, open the game, play the game. One understand. It's where you can see the vulnerability of Sundowns. But when you park the bus and try to play on a counter, death by 1,000 cuts, Papa. Sundowns will crucify you.
So it's kind of also showing us that Go PSL, we just have coaches.
There's no coaches. That's why you go to school for that thing, my brother. You evolve with the modern game. As a coach, you must evolve with the modern game, try new tactics, try new things. Don't be afraid, my brother. You are a PSL side, my brother. You're not supposed to be afraid of another team. When are you going to see your capability as Golden Arrows? It's whereby you must show your all a game like Sundowns, Chiefs, or Pirate, or anything. So, but either way, everybody but the console about Sundowns week. That's consolation. And anyway, you know, sometimes people season in, season out for 7 seasons in a row. But Sundowns week for 7 seasons.
Okay.
But sometimes,
yeah.
my brother, we need to accept your faith, adapt or die.
For time, I'm gonna jump in. Let me bring in Conti.
How OT? How's it?
Hi man, I'm good, Conti man. Hey, team how? 4-0 quietly.
I called for 4-0. I sent to Bobs a message that we're gonna win 4-0.
Yeah.
Just to white again who come down other people. But yeah. But who kalimalinyatso hanyane fela hanyane not too much. Hanyane.
Yeah.
and I just wanted to say, man, well done to Amakosi yesterday. They played with character. They showed they can actually play well. But there was another team, I just saw 30 lob balls, route 1. And at some point, it was like a tennis ball. What's going on? And they say another team is playing entertaining football. Sundowns has dropped the performance. But that's all I'm going to say.
So Marakonti, before I let you go, what do you make of your coach? What do you make of your coach up to this point?
I think Ukadoso is a coach that tactically is very good, and he wins most of the games on the bench, and he doesn't really wait for the moment or to wait too long to make changes. So he's able to make a plan B and a plan C. So he's a very, very good coach. And Kiabona Lebo Ribeiro, they able to come back and defend. So he's a coach and Otregile our squad to also capitalize on set pieces and all small details of the game. So I think even this season we might reach the final CAF. But even if we don't, I think we should let Cardoso continue next season. I don't expect CAF, but I expect that we maybe can go through the line. The final. That's what I'm saying. But if we don't, it's okay. I won't be saddened as a Sundown supporter because we've made changes during the season twice anyway. So yeah.
Okay. No, Coach, thank you so much, guys. The game has ended. Like normal, I'm not going to stay long, but tomorrow we're going to break down the 2 games that we saw over the weekend with the big 3, Chiefs versus Pirates, and then also this game that happened now. I'm just going to let the guys who are on right now just finish it off for me. Oh, by the way, before I say it, hi, Ribeiro, Kavu selfish. 4 versus 1, and he wants to run the ball. Anyway, let me go to Malumekuto. 4-0.
Yazi abanye abantu akusabantu bokuthunywa. Ikoli na sivalwa nini? Ngoba ngathi ihambisa amagame nje yona njalo nje. Nathi nje ungamangala siyiteka nga8.
Angithi nigibele 7 last season.
No, man, Yaros, man. Did you see Chitolo open the net for Ribeiro? Did you see that? Literally, and look at Ribeiro on some ribs. Beginning boy. Just like Benny, let me exist. I value na. So Buffett. Like, and if I'm not saying they sold it, saying I could in general, I'm just making it
allegedly. Hypothetical.
Hypothetical. Next time, if ninga champisa, I think it's a Sundowns imnandi kakhulu ukuthi ninga champisa 9-9. Angeke. He first loses the ball to Ribeiro, doesn't charge properly. Goalkeeper yena abamnikanga ishare yakhe uma ku Ribeiro. Still, make ngene 18 le yamvulela. Hayi, basikaretsa so man. But great tactics from Sundowns. Coach abonisa ukuthi ngathi deserve a chance eyokuthi vele cause instability, like he's worth the instability. That's what I meant to say. He can, and he seems like he's calmed the storm.
But what I want to ask,
Yep.
because I can't ask Amasandawan, I'll ask you, Mr. OT. Would a final be an achievement for Isantowns?
No.
The final.
No.
But you will semi-final.
Mama, they will semi-final, Hashem. It's late, but a final. Okay. Let me do this. A win is what they're meant to be going for. A final would be nice. But if you go semi-final, then
So a
Halam
final,
scores. Yes.
a final coach from Chapela Mazo.
I guess.
But a final loss to Orlando Pirates, coach from
Yeah.
Chapela Mazo.
How does Trotmuloto feel?
No, but anyway, I mean, the Arrows take this game. Sundowns would have beaten Arrows either way. They did actually. Thank you, Mr. Uzi.
Okay. But
And actually,
how about Ukena? If
Not
London was
every
still
law.
alive, I was gonna say, who do you talk to there? Who was gonna feel what there?
Hi, Mr. Uzi again now. Mr. Uzi, can I just say, Lord every Lomela Chimelo, he's sweating buckets, he's good, but sometimes he play Yamshia.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Uzi.
No stress. Agent,
Yeah,
Barry, a final with Pirates.
Yeah.
Barry losing a final with Pirates. What happens then? But anyway.
It's different because we know someone's nephew was there. How? We'd be losing it fair and square. And next week I want them with a Bungilo Tom on top. How? But anyways, I need to call someone quickly, so I'll be very quick.
Yeah.
But I think Coach Cardoso took the words of Vilakazi way too literal. So said it's a game of question and answers. So I think he's always looking for questions and then he decides to answer them.
Sometimes they give themselves questions.
Sometimes he's like, you know that one math student where it's like, you know what, this test is easy, man. Hey, let me give myself extra questions and answer them. So, what's happening? Hi. Oh, you're watching us now.
Haaland scored. Now we're back.
Hi. Anyways, but I wanted to say that I think maybe it will come with the age for a young tactician like Coach Rulani, but I think we are seeing Jose Rivero-esque in Cardoso, in that he's able to read the game and respond accordingly. Yes, Rivero is also good in terms of starting lineups also. This one not so good, but again, sometimes you forget he's been here for less than 3 months.
Yeah.
So I think that's a mark of a good coach. So yeah, to answer your question on the final, for a coach that came mid-season with no preseason, it will be a great achievement. I mean, some were here for 2 years and did chameleons and everything, but anyways, you're not there. No, thank you, my brother. Let me make this call.
Okay. Look, guys, I'm gonna say it again. This is a scary Sundowns. I fear quiet teams more than I fear the loud ones. And where I would say Pirates is the most dangerous team in the league normally, my fear with Sundowns was always the consistency. So I'd say everybody who's here knows, I always say Pirates for me is the most dangerous team in the league because they can turn it up at any time. And if you catch them on a good day, they could beat you. This was last season. Whereas Mamelodi Sundowns quietly kills you. Right? When we think about dangerous teams this season, we think about Orlando Pirates. Pirates are so dangerous. But right now, this means that that Mamelodi Sundowns has scored 28 goals versus, I think, Pirates' 26, if I'm not mistaken. And this is without Mamelodi Sundowns having an 8-1 victory or things like that. Yeah, Pirates scored 23 versus 28. So that shows you that if we're still asking questions and we're still saying Coach Mangoba and all of that stuff, fine. But the fact that they just keep going, game after game after game. Pirates has lost 3 games this season. Sundowns has lost 5. They just keep going and going and going and going. And it's the fact that you don't think of them as being dangerous that is the dangerous thing, because you'll wake up And last season, when Sundowns did what Sundowns did, those guys never somebody 1-0. Look, Shabby 1-0, 1-0 here, 1-0 there. Like for a large majority of that season, it was the 1-0. But you know what happened? By the time you jumped that something is happening, it was too late. By the time we jumped at Sundowns, man, how are they winning all of these things? Literally, you'd see in the second half of the season, now we're all shocked. This is what scares me about Mamelodi Sundowns under Cardoso, number one. Number two, I think Cardoso is showing the difference between the levels of coaching in the PSL. I'm very interested to see how him and Rivero are going to play against each other, because Rivero is a very relaxed coach. He's the coach that thinks the game, that strategizes. Cardoso is the coach that fixes mistakes. 35th minute, we pull off Mkulise, we bring on somebody else. We've changed how the game plays. So, hey, for me, that is going to be the strength of this Mamelodi Sundowns team and what we need to look out for. He's a very good tactician. He knows how to find answers. And there's not many coaches in the league that can find answers. The last thing I want to speak about is golden arrows. Mara, golden arrows. You have a good first 10, 15 minutes. Then you decide to park a bus. When you park a bus versus Mamelodi Sundowns, they build confidence. On top of the fact that this coach makes changes that change tactics. They've already tried to get in behind you guys a few times. You don't react, you don't respond. Again, the difference between players and coaches and the levels. Then second half comes around. What did I say in second half? What Sundowns likes to do this season is they'll score their goal and they'll force you out of your shell. And you have to now come and show something. And when you show something, they come back. So Golden Arrows is 1-0, 2-0 down. And they're still committing 5-6 players into a non-existent press. What is the first thing they're going to do? Is go back on you. Like, I don't understand, guys. Maybe guys in the comments, you can tell me. And I'm asking specifically about Golden Arrows here. I don't know what it is. Maybe you guys can let me know, explain to me. How is it that I see it, people in the comments see it, people watching on YouTube see it, Mara Abo Coach Bet, don't see it. And it's a stark contrast to Caroso, who saw something and said, nah, it's not working, man. It's not working. Must change lento, man. It's not working. It's not even about being open, Musa. It's about, I always say, even if you're defending, have a threat. Oh, Arsenal. Joanna, Louis Kelly. Hey, no, wait, I'm getting distracted. No. So for me, that's when I look at the teams and I look at them and I go, but guys, what are you doing here? What do they do at Jimmy? What do they do when it's tactical installations? What do they do when things are going wrong? Remember, I even said, beginning of the second half, that guys, you have a business decision to make. You can either, you know what, defend the rest of the game. Go home with an honorable win, or you can go forward. And if you go forward, you must know that these guys are going to come back and hit you. So now Golden Arrows is sitting with a goal difference of -6. -3. And I was saying, sorry, when defending, always have a threat. When they took out Tele, they missed out on the threat. Second half should have been a two-man attack that had Tele no Mtizwa on the counter when you want to beat them or when you want to do something. Not throw 6 players forward. Two-man counter with one who's physical and one who can move around him. And maybe CB following up. What do? 6, 7 players. But keep out their big threats. What are you going to gain from that game? But I want to end this off on a positive note. Mamelodi Sundowns. 4-0. They ended up walking this game. Wonderful tactical awareness from a coach. Wonderful tactical awareness from the players. I think that's also something that we take for granted. Ushasha and his smarts as a striker and his abilities as a striker really change that game. And I'm scared for Reyners, if I'm being 100% honest, because this is not a team Gamangoba. This is a different team that's going to ask you to do different things. And if you can't adapt, Aigzobanzima. So let's see what Sundowns does. Another win for Sundowns, well-deserved win. And going into the game versus Pirates, we'll see what's going to happen. Guys, thank you so much. OT, you betrayed us yesterday. No, I was at the stadium, guys. I was at the stadium. I sent a status. I was at the stadium. I went to go watch live Nami. Nizkipe. Nyobugeli team yami live, guys. How? But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to those that sent gifts. Thank you to those that watched and commented. Thank you to the panelists. Thank you to everybody on YouTube as well. We also have some people watching that side. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Monday to Thursday, 7 p.m. is the normal show. Monday is review day. We're going to review the derby. We're going to review this game. We're going to go into depth into the tactics and all of those things. You'll be able to jump in and speak to me live and all of that stuff. So please, if you have not followed, please follow. If it's your first time here, welcome. And also, if you want to watch any of the previous episodes back, it's not just watch-alongs and reviews. We also have some days where we speak about topics, deep topics within our football. They are available in full on YouTube, the Overthinking Football Show. And if you want to be part of the WhatsApp group, they're in the WhatsApp group. If you want to be part of the WhatsApp group, it's no longer on YouTube. You have to send 50 Rand. It's 50 Rand a month via the Capitec details that are in the link in my bio. So if you click on that link, the top line is the Capitec thing. So you can do 50 Rand a month, or you can do 500 for a season ticket. The incredible place for the conversations that we have there. They are, guys, if you think they're good here, there's a lot that happens that side. So directly into the account, it's a Capitec number. I'll have it up during the shows as well, and we'll go from there. Guys, it's been incredible. I'll see you guys then tomorrow, 7 p.m. Bye, everyone.